conversation with me in your head because I didn't.
No, I did. I told
hear
you.
any of this. This is all like completely new stuff. So weirdo. I feel like you need to move over more because the thing's right in your face. $10 seconds.
This is Gov's Radio. Gov's Radio.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. Thanks for joining us this morning. GovsRadio.com is the website. You can see our show there live right now. Comedy Radio Show, also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. The Knockem. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. It's Friday. Yay, Friday. It's the Knockem Dead Comedy Podcast coming at you live on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. That's the name of the Facebook page. That's the name of the YouTube channel. And we're interacting with you guys on the YouTube channel. So please subscribe to that channel and hit the thumbs up and comment and say hello. And we'll say hello back and we'll talk to you. And it'll be fun. The Knockem Dead Comedy Podcast on Gov's Comedy Club podcast. We're coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club, where this weekend you will see TJ Miller here at Governor's. The Giggle Room this weekend. Let's see. The General Hospital guys will be in there tonight. Yes. And then Charlie Baquette and Friends. Banquet. Baquet. Backett. I'm going with Backett. Baquette. Charlie Baquette and Friends with Steve Ribbs. Steve Ribbs, he's a great comedian from the city. He's been in here with us. And what did I say?
Steve.
I said Steve Ribbs?
Yeah, twice.
Barry Ribbs. Sorry.
I almost didn't correct you.
No, I appreciate it. No, I want to be corrected if I'm getting it wrong, especially if I'm getting it
And
wrong.
that's ultimately
Steve Ribbs. Why in the world would I say it?
I don't know. Maybe
Barry Ribbs. Great.
wanted to hook up years ago.
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Barry, who's been on the New York City scene for years and years. He's great. So he's headlining that show tomorrow night in the Giggle Room. The Brokerage in Belmore, Mark, Rick, Adana, this weekend, tonight and tomorrow night. Unfortunately, not in here today. Not Zooming with us, not in here. We couldn't make it happen. But he's still great. We still love him. And we also love DC Benny, who's playing McGuire's in Bohemia this weekend. Yeah, he's fantastic. Good guy. Looking forward to that. That's over at McGuire's in Bohemia. So go to govs.com, make yourself some reservations, and see the full schedule. Check out some great comedy shows. And speaking of great comedy shows, don't forget, October 28th, the 80s themed murder mystery with Knockem Dead Comedy. That's October 28th in the Giggle Room at Governor's. Go to govs.com. I do believe you can make reservations for that now. I do believe you can. I'm just going to leave it like that, see what else you do. And speaking of Knockem Dead Comedy, next Friday, we're going to be at Peppercorns in Hicksville. So go check us out there. Go to Knockem Dead Comedy to check out our full schedule and what we got going on. And information on how you can hire us if you'd like some entertainment for your fundraiser, your corporate event, your private party, whatever you got going on. Knockem Dead Comedy, audience interactive murder mysteries, and game shows.
Chris.
We've done them.
Have you?
We have.
That's so great.
Well, we didn't see the actual deed.
Oh.
And which is fine by me. You that would be part of that would be on the writer.
Wow.
We must. Oh, give me the scissors.
The last bris, that guy Josh Goldman every now and then who comments.
Yes.
The last bris I was ever at was at
His?
oldest
Oh.
son's, and it was at his in-laws' house, and it was like me and my best friend, our Josh and my both best friend, who's of course since passed on.
Yeah.
We went all the way to the back of the room. We're like, okay, it's being set up there. We're going to be over there. And where that was like the stairs were right here, right? And we could see over the other end of the living room. But then there was a hallway that went back to the kitchen. And so we're sitting there, and for most of it, and it's quiet, it's silent. I know it was his youngest son because, well, all of a sudden the door under the stairs opens and this black lady comes out. And my first thought was, oh my God, they've got a slave. Which is horrible, but like, I don't know these people. So, yeah, that was weird. And then then
Who was she? Where did she come
was
from?
The nurse. A lot of Jewish families, when they have a baby, they hire a nurse.
But why was she hiding under the stairs?
I don't know, but see, that's what I thought was like, since it was under the stairs, that, like...
Now, this is not a black thing. I'm thinking if anybody just comes walking out from
no,
under the stairs,
I
I'm
thought-
thinking horror movie. That's what I'm like. We're about to all die.
But then she goes down to the kitchen, and I'm like... and I look at my best friend, and he's just like... like
He won't even look at you.
this is one of those, if our eyes meet, we're gonna fucking
Yep.
die.
Yep.
And so, yeah. And then the ride home, we took his mom, Josh's mom, back to Long Island, and like we told her, and it was funny because like you would think maybe she wouldn't laugh.
Right.
She thought it was hilarious.
Oh, really?
Josh's mom was good people. She used to invite me over to dinner and everything.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You dated Josh Mom, didn't you?
Kinda.
Yeah. One thing I forgot to mention this to Sallie yesterday when we did the show.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, thank you. Now I feel much better. It's funny, we're all looking to make sure
no,
that the girls aren't looking.
My daughter too.
Yesterday, Sally and I took separate cars to the show because during the summer, my daughter goes to camp, and I take her to the bus stop, and then I come straight here. So Sally and I take separate cars. So DJ D Love says he can't hear us. Everything is up.
You want me la 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 la's?
Yeah, actually. Can you guys? Hello. I hear a little bit. I don't hear you.
Bonjour. Hello.
Yeah, I don't hear you.
Hello. No, yeah, I don't hear it in here either.
Wow. All right, here, take
Like
this.
I'm not here. I'm here now. Yeah.
I kind of.
Because isn't this mic 3?
Yes. So it's my mistake.
Well, turn on mic 3 and see if. Mic 3.
Yeah, it works. All right. So my mistake. My apologies. We're set. We had the Zoom set up. The board. If these earphones that are hooked up to the board don't hear the Zoom. So I had switched things over so I could hear the Zoom. So because Don Sill might join us today on Zoom if he's not too busy. So I've had these headphones ready. Okay, whatever. Well, thank you, DJ.
Yeah,
yes.
DJ,
Now
good
you,
ones.
Now you can hear us. And no, the phone lines are not open. Thanks for your help. Now you can't call.
Appreciate it. Very nice. This is better. Am I louder than Noni now?
Yeah, you probably are actually.
No.
Let's go. Oh, I see. Okay. So our apologies. I'm sure they probably still heard you anyway because you were close enough to my mic. So
Yeah,
our apologies. So, but yeah, so we were talking about how Andy dated Josh's wife, Josh's mother. Oh, so that's what I was talking about. So, yeah, I take a separate car every morning here, and yesterday I'm driving, and my daughter's still with me, so we're on our way to the bus stop, and a bird flew into my window. I had the AC on, so the windows are rolled up, and I'm just kind of driving. I'm kind of just one of these because I was a little tired, and all of a sudden, bam, right next to me. I was like, both of us, and then I turned my daughter. The two of us did the spanky do. But then, which it's happened to me before actually, but I felt bad because I look in the side mirror and the thing's on the ground. It's moving, but it's on the ground.
Oh, it's dying.
It's on its way, and I'm like,
circling the drain.
Son of a bitch. I mean, it was no fault of mine at all, but
Oh.
I felt weird about it. Like it was a weird thing. But that's my whole story. But I was going to tell Sally about that yesterday. And I
Tony
forgot.
Walker, bird killer.
Bird killer. One time, a bird. When I worked at the phone company, I was driving one of the trucks on the expressway, and I saw it happening. I'm driving on the expressway, and it's just one of those things like you see, and but you can't, like, you watch it as it's unfolding, but you don't react. It's all kind of happening in slow motion. I spot this bird, and I watch him. He's flying towards. He smashes right into my side view mirror. The side view mirror, like, explodes.
Yeah.
And the bird, he's gone. And I'm like, what the? But I did. I'm driving, I see the bird, and I just, boom. And nobody at work believed me. They're like, no, you punched that window. So I'm telling you, I did not punch this window. A bird flew into it, I'm telling you. But
I was on my way to work at O'Reilly's in Oakdale once, and I was taking Vets Highway, and it was like kind of overcast and getting dark, and there was a truck that was next to me. And out of nowhere, something bounces off the front of the truck and hits my windshield. It's a bird. And then it just went on its way. Whatever. Thank God I didn't get the full force of it because it probably would have cracked my windshield.
But it didn't die. It went on it. Saying you said
No,
it went
no,
on its
no,
way.
no,
It flew.
it was- no, it was-
on its way out.
Yes.
Oh, okay, got it.
And because there's no way it was hit by a big truck like that and then
Yeah.
smack into my windshield.
Right,
and
right.
Still be alive. That's also my mom at her house. There's always, at some point in the year, they have a big bay window in the front, and there's always one that will break its neck.
Same
Why?
same at Sally's house. It happens 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Where you just boom, and then you hear that. And like when I first moved, the first couple times, what in the world was that? Where now it's like another bird.
Get the shovel.
Yeah. Well, Sally, she's the ninja. She puts on, rubber gloves, throws it in the garbage. Yeah.
Oh, I always just
That's what I always do.
shovel and then lacrosse throw it into somebody else's yard.
cars. What am I thinking?
Well, I also have the sump behind me, so that actually is where a lot of stuff.
Oh,
ends
is
up.
that right?
Yeah.
You- right behind? Oh, yeah, I would definitely do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I used to do that where I lived before I moved in with Sallie. We were right across the street from the Seafood Oyster Bay Expressway. So, yeah, it was nothing but shrubbery and crap in between. So, yeah, if there was a dead squirrel or something in front of the house, yeah, so right over the fence. And that was one of the worst things, man. We were living there, and it was around 1:30 in the morning. We're hearing this squeal. I mean, it was like nothing I've ever heard. And I look out the window. But I'm looking like on the road. I'm like, what is going on? Finally, as I'm bringing my head up, you had a fence, in between the road and the shrubbery and by the expressway.
Right.
But the fence didn't have a rail on top. A squirrel was trying to climb over, and he got caught.
Oh my God.
And he's hanging off the fence by his stomach.
Oh.
And he's shrieking. And I'm watching. It was right in front of my house, directly across. We're watching this through the window. We're like, do we do something? Like, if I attempt to push him over just to take him out of his misery, is he going to bite me?
Right.
And this thing was out there shrieking for a good 45 minutes. And the whole time we're just watching.
Lord.
We're discussing what to do. We tried ignoring it.
Right.
Then, of course, we're watching again. And there was no ignoring it. I mean, this thing was shrieking. And then it was about 45 minutes, and we're still watching. And I just, out of nowhere, he just falls off. Thankfully, on the other end, the other side.
Right.
But, yeah, that was crazy.
See, now, when I was in North Dakota, and I may have even told this story before, the prairie dogs, we called them DAC rats for Dakota rats. So they would infest. They were just everywhere.
Yeah.
And you couldn't help but sometimes hit one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it was, I didn't have a car when I first got there, and I was driving with my supervisor to a meeting, and I had to have only been there like 3 days, and we're driving, and there's like a half run over DAC rat, and it's got its head is the part that isn't run over, and it's trying to get away, and my supervisor's just like,
Yeah. Right.
And he's like, you got to put them out of their misery.
A buddy of mine years ago. This is one of the worst stories I've ever heard, but I'll be glad to share it with you all. He, I don't think he's still out that way, but he was out by you at the time, and he was mowing his lawn, and he hit a bump, and he was like, "What the hell was that?" And like an idiot, he brings the lawnmower back, and sure enough, bumps again. Moves the lawnmower. He scalped a rabbit. This thing, but it wasn't dead. But, sorry, I hope you're not eating lunch. And the girls went, listen, right? Okay.
Yeah,
He said he can actually see its brain. Like, he literally scalped it. I'm whispering like the girl. And he said that the bunny was out now just like running in circles. Like the thing was like probably brain dead. He just. So he had to take it out of his misery. He grabbed a brick. My buddy, he was devastated. He was a mess for a good week or two. He was just a mess. I felt awful for him. It was terrible, man. Oof. Terrible. What's the worst car accident you've ever been in? A car accident that you've had?
Car accident that I've had.
Maybe you've been fortunate where it wasn't that bad.
I've never been in one where anybody needed to be taken to the hospital.
Oh, all right, that's good.
So, I don't know. I guess probably when I was in senior in high school and I stole my parents' car in the morning, and I went to go pick up my friends, and I got to his neighborhood, and they hadn't come out to go to the bus yet, so I went to circle the block, and it was January, so there was black ice as I made the turn, and for some reason I accelerated into that.
No.
Which I fishtailed and then tried to correct, and I slammed into a car of a girl who was like my brother's grade. So she was actually going to college at the time, and I totaled her car.
Wow.
Yeah, that sucked.
That does suck.
I still to this day feel terrible.
And then you get caught sneaking the car out. Did you have a license?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I was in bad shape.
there.
Right. Yeah. Got it.
And it didn't help my already like spiraling out of control. I told you I was not a really good
You
fucking
did.
kid. Like,
Yeah.
I did a lot of fucking really stupid, but like selfish
Right.
stuff. So.
Well, glad you came out on the other side.
Yeah, it came out. I'm here.
Oh, I thought. I didn't realize Bosie was here.
Bosi es aquí. ¿Dónde está Bosi?
No, I said that because you came out. That's what.
Oh,
That's what I meant. Yeah.
stop it, Tony Walker. Seriously, I told Dan LaRocca and Joe Cravella that they need to just pin your elbows to your ribs, and you'll get the whole thing.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
Why?
Did you see? So you read the article. For those
Most
of
of it.
you who didn't see it, you can go to newsday.com, and there was an article about our local comedy scene.
I can help.
Sean Brown. Sean Brown is in it. Yeah, I got it. Cool. But I thought it was a weird article. It was just this past Sunday. And, of course, us being on top of things, we're just talking about it now. Yeah, July 10th, this was out. And I thought it was weird because it's all talking about, it's not really about the Long Island scene. It's more about, have you ever been, in light of Will Smith smacking Chris Rock and then Dave Chappelle getting attacked on stage. It's asking about that. Have you ever been attacked on stage? Do you worry about it? What?
Right.
Like, this is a little late. Like, I would think this article should have been printed a month or two ago.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why it's. And then they're talking about, they talked to Mike Keegan, they talked to George Gallo, they talked to Michelle Fox, Sean Brown, of course. Jackie the Joke Man is quoted in
Kevin
here.
Downey Jr.,
Yep.
Jess Colazzo.
Peter Bales, I believe, was mentioned. And even their stories of when they were attacked, none of them are recent.
Yeah.
So I don't know. To me, it's a weird article. Like, if I'm the reporter, who is this? David Cribles. Like, there's a lot of jokes in that name.
Yeah, Cribbles.
Cribbles.
Or Cribbles.
That's like, I don't know. You got your butch lesbians. You got your lipstick lesbians. I'm a Cribbles. Like, there's got to be a joke there somewhere. All right. So anyway, I would think if I'm Cribbles, I already forgot his first name. I'm trying to do an article based on these comedians getting slapped, and then so what do you think, Mike Keegan? Well, back in 2012. No,
Well,
what do you think, George Gallo? Back in 2011. Like,
Did they get interviewed recently for this? Because it could be. This is what always happens. I know in a lot in newspapers.
yeah,
Especially smaller newspapers with Newsday actually does qualify as that.
yes,
That somebody will write an article
yeah,
and they'll be like, no. Like either too short, too long, whatever, or we don't have space for it this week. Oh, we don't have a space.
Yes.
And they keep it on the back burner, and then all of a sudden they're like, we need to fill 2 pages. Wait, didn't Cribbles have a nice long article about comedians? Oh yeah, that's timely. That was 4 months ago.
right, yeah.
So,
You're right. Maybe that is what this was. But again, though, their stories were like this. The whole point of this article: Long Island comedians confront changing times and tastes, and they're asking if they're worried about getting attacked on stage. None of them have been attacked on stage recently,
right.
like so, and they've dealt with it in the past. So they're basically saying this is not something new, and it doesn't happen that often.
Right.
So-
Which the headline. I'm sure this guy didn't write the headline.
Well, true. But it's not even, forget the headline, it's not even really a story, I guess is what I'm saying. But
Well, I think 4 months ago it would have been.
well, yes. But again, even at 4 months ago, but it's still guys talking about stuff that happened to them 10 years ago.
Yeah,
you know?
which that to me would actually have been relevant 4 months ago.
Yeah,
To say like,
but it doesn't help, it doesn't support the argument that they should be worried now. They talked to James, too, one of the owners here. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. And then on top of that, I didn't know Sean Brown was 31 years old. That's what it says. I thought he was like 12. He looks 12. Nice to see him back. He was MIA for a while. Good to see him back. He's running a lot of open mics here.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Do you know Sean?
I know we have met, but like
Great
briefly
kid, man.
and never really had. You know what? I think was he with? I'm trying to remember. No, he wasn't there. That was somebody different. Yeah, no, I know we've met,
Right.
but not. I don't know if we were on the same show or something. We may not have been.
Right.
So.
Good guy. Really good guy. Oh, you know what? Let me repeat, because I don't want to keep people waiting that long for our big announcements. Don't forget, we made the announcement yesterday, August 12th, August 13th, and August 19th. Come hang out with Gov's Comedy Club podcasts down at Jones Beach. We'll be on the boardwalk, hanging out by the band shell. Yeah, they're hot, right? We'll be hosting some of the band shell nights. It's a Rolling Stones tribute, it's a Beatles tribute, and a Grateful Dead tribute. Those three bands will be playing August 12th, 13th, and 19th. Gov's Comedy Club podcast will be hosting the events. Will be there's going to be some comedians going up before the shows start, so the comedians will come out at 7:30. We're going to have giveaways. We're going to be hanging out, and you'll see a lot of us. So yeah, if you're free, we'll throw you up on the mic. To at the very least introduce a band or something.
Oh,
So,
very cool.
August 19th is very special because that's the night of the Grateful Dead band is playing, but the band is called Half Step. That's our very own Tom Sanfilippo who's playing that night.
Nice.
And he's fantastic. So we're looking forward to that. So come on down and hang out with us. Maybe get a pass to the club. And, yeah, it'll be fun. We're looking forward to that.
I'm sure somebody wants to be fondled. That'll be there.
Oh, that's a good idea. Are you saying we could be the fondlees or
Both.
the fondlers?
Both.
Oh, okay. It's a good idea.
You have to go both ways.
But it's a family thing. So, like, I don't know. Go let the kids play in the
Some
playground.
people
or
like
something.
family style.
Oh, okay. All right, so I got something interesting that I figured you would have an interesting perspective on.
Ooh.
Mark Fleischman.
Not Matt
Fleischman.
No. Mark Fleischman. He is the guy who owned, well, the second owner of Studio 54. After Steve Rubell and I forget the other guy's name.
Right.
After they got in trouble and
I just recently watched it was like a year ago. I watched 2 documentaries and the Studio 54 movie.
oh yeah, good. Mike Myers was great in that movie.
He really was.
He should do more drama. So yeah, Mark Fleischman. So yeah, Rubell and the other guy, it was on their way down. So this guy Fleischman comes in and he bought the club, I think in 80 or 81, 82 maybe.
Right.
So anyway, he where is it? He had some kind of condition that was getting worse, and there was no hope for him.
Did he leave it to me?
Leave it? Oh no!
Oh, fuck.
Imagine
You left it to Beaver. I think you left
You'd
it to
be in a
Beaver.
lot of trouble. So it's in here somewhere. So I'll start reading this article. So he was basically dying. So he decided to get assisted suicide.
Okay.
So Fleischman announced his plans to die by suicide in an interview published last month in the New York Post. He had an undetermined degenerative condition that left him unable to walk or dress himself. And he's 82 years old, so he's had his time. He attempted suicide 2 years ago with an overdose of Xanax, but was revived. There are limits on assisted suicide in California where he was living, so him and his wife found a Swiss organization that, after careful screening, assists terminally ill people seeking to end their lives. They want to be certain that I'm making the decision myself, Fleischman told the Post. After reading my material, they asked me some questions to make sure I was serious. I had to provide a notarized affidavit stating that I want to die, and I had to go to a psychiatrist, and he confirmed that I am of sound mind. There is no shame in what I'm doing, he said. It is proper and reasonable at my age. I have done everything and been everywhere. And and met everyone I wanted to meet. So they went to Switzerland. He drank a solution that would put him to sleep and then led to his death. So, yeah, with his wife by his side.
Nice.
I lived on my own terms. I'm not afraid of anything, not even death. I look forward to it. I don't believe in the hereafter, but I want to know what happens when I die. I'm curious, he says. So, assisted suicide.
So there's a Star Trek episode, the original series.
The guy in the red shirt wants to kill himself.
Yeah. They end up getting trapped with on this planet that is at war with another planet. And what they do is the computer does like a simulation, and they get a readout of like how many people would have died.
Right.
And then they have to go and go to these like euthanasia machine.
Oh, okay.
And so it's sort of like suicide, and the crew of the Enterprise is trying to tell him like, hey, like you don't need to do this, like,
yeah,
live your life. But I do believe that's like people on the anti side. That's sort of what they're afraid of, is that people are just going to line up to kill themselves when they really shouldn't.
Right.
But I'm all for it, especially somebody in that position
If
who
you're
has the
terminally
resources
ill,
to get that
right
done the right way and
Right.
everything. Because I don't want to make it into too much bigger, but the recent rulings of the Supreme Court, like, it doesn't matter if it's illegal. There's going to be people who do it. So best to have it in a safe environment.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of safe environments and speaking of suicide, Don Sills here.
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Can you hear me?
Don?
Can you see me? All that good stuff.
Yo, yeah.
How you doing? I was listening to the suicide talk, and Andy's just like, yeah, that's fucking great. Yeah. Suicide.
Sweet.
He's like, oh, so
wait, where's my
shocked at
pen?
all
Where's
that
my
the
pen?
guy from Studio 54 wanted to kill himself, and who knows what kind of ails and things that guy has seen in his lifetime.
Right.
And this poor guy is now at the end, and there's no other alternatives for this guy but suicide. And
Can I push the button?
and then
Is
Andy's
there a
just
button?
like,
Is there a button or is it a lever? I hate when people
how
say
to kill
lever.
somebody?
Yeah.
I think it's what do they give him, a drink and he died?
It's some kind of solution of some sort. Yeah.
That's too easy. That guy from Studio 54 lived a life of sin, and he took the easy way out.
Well, yeah. I mean,
He's not quite the ones before.
right. That's where I was going. The guys before him, they're the ones that really lived a life of sin. But
Would that be the way you guys would want to go? Like Tony, Andy, would you guys seriously consider at the end of it all, when you're old and you're weak, and
That's
just
now.
say, you know what, I've done it. I know I've done it all. I've seen it all. And how do you know when you've done it all and seen it all? What determines that?
But it was more than that, though. It was more than that. This guy couldn't walk anymore. He had a degenerative disease that was, taking him away.
Yeah, see, I'm kind of on the fence about suicide.
That was you.
Because it seems like it's not really. Well, look, when I think about it in those kind of terms, maybe I could understand it. Like if you're going to live in excruciating pain, or if you're not really living your best life or whatever. But I just think that I just don't want the younger people to start thinking, you know what, I've done it all and seen it all too, and now my boyfriend just broke up with me, so I'm going to go jump out a window.
Right, and I'm with you there. I don't believe in it in that sense either. If you're just down on your luck, but if you're dying and you're not, things are not looking good, then I don't know.
I've kind of just been waiting to die since I turned 26. Like, I'm bored.
I think Andy sometimes thinks he's in hell when he's in this room.
No, everywhere,
Your
not
cursor.
just here.
your cursor is right on my face, Tony.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
like a fly. It's like a fly hovering on my face.
Is that better? It's off now. Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh no,
there it
and that's
was.
on my. There's my eyeball.
What?
Why don't you just pick my nose with it real quick while
Yeah,
you?
that's weird. How?
Are you sure it's not yours, Don?
It's not mine.
No, he's right. It is
can you-
me, but it's weird. But it's I can see. I see it on a different part of my screen, but then I saw it. Like I actually have my mouse on a different part of the screen, but now I see it bouncing around your face. Look at it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, go ahead.
We're so stupid.
I love both of you guys, man. This is awesome.
Right back at you. So, how's it feel, man? You've been in a lot of movies, but this is, if I'm not mistaken, the first. You've made music videos for some of the Cankasaurs and stuff, but this is your first. This is your first movie, right?
This is I've made a mockumentary once, which I don't really count as movie making. How we're doing this one, so mockumentary, it's kind of like a fake documentary where you just do fake interviews and stuff, and that was called The Rise and Fall of Change of Scenery, COS. It was like a mockumentary about the rap group of bunch of old white guys being in a rap group, similar to Cankasaurs. Cankasaurs was a spin-off of that, but
Right.
I don't really count that. It was a movie, but I don't count it like what we're doing now. What we're doing now is to me on a more of a professional level, where we have an excellent crew of young filmmakers that have
Young, supple filmmaker. Yeah.
and they have
Keep
come
going,
out.
Don. Slower, though.
They wear short shorts and but they and they're eager to make a film, and I just at the same time it's like the stars just lined up right. At the same time, all of a sudden I had the script ready, and all of you actor / comedians on board to be a part of this thing. So it's really something super cool, a labor of love that I think can really be something down the road for sure. And it's coming along great, man. We already had 2 shoot dates in the books. We got another one coming up on Monday. That's with the big scene with Andy Plajanos will be in there. And Andy, I got the hat came in. Hold on.
Oh, sweet, sweet.
So we got the drain surgeon.
Nice.
So because when I was talking to Andy, I don't know if you guys, I can't hear you guys. All right.
No, we got
No,
you.
no, we
got
weren't talking. We were letting you talk.
When I was talking to Andy last, we were going over wardrobe and stuff like that, and I mentioned that I had this drain surgeon hat ordered. So you will be, and there's the flannel.
I was going to ask, is
Very
this an
nice.
okay flannel?
Yeah, that's
I
perfect.
have one that's like red, but it seemed like this goes more with the color palette of
Yeah, that'd be great.
the pictures I've seen.
And then we're going meta with the thing.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, there we go. There's Carrie Karavitz, which was, oh my God, she was so funny.
So freaking funny.
I tell you what, when I did that scene with her, I didn't really know her much. Like I've met her a few times in passing. I never had her on my show or anything, so I never really had any one-on-one time with her ever. So that was kind of the my first real encounter with Carrie. And oh my God, she was hilarious. One thing she said to me that I thought was so funny, which was self-depreciating on her end, but also kind of like a weird, subtle, backhanded compliment to me. She goes, "Yeah, now I see why you made me your ex-girlfriend, because no one would ever believe you with a hot chick."
Wow. That's like so complicated as to who's really taking that. Yeah.
Right, exactly. It's just so many levels of possibilities there, but she's hilarious. I had a very hard time keeping a straight face when she was just going off, because she went. We kind of added her in. Tony really kind of set the tone for her character, and then I just kind of took it and fit it into the story. And but that tone of the character was perfect for her, where she's just being Carrie Kravitz, and I think Tony really nailed her voice, and then we also gave her freedom to improv. Right. So her insulting me, I cried for a few days, but afterwards, but her insulting me was so hilarious. She just looks me up and down. She's like, "You fat fuck!" Like,
and then just the way she says those words too.
God.
Yeah, it's a real
Yeah.
one that you shared with all of us. Like definitely, she's got scene stealing capabilities.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then Wednesday too, when you guys are gonna be filming at your office with Joey Cola. He's definitely gonna be a scene stealer as well.
Having Joey Cola in there playing the agent was huge. Benny Rizzuti was originally cast for the agent. And then we had an opportunity to get Joey in there, and I talked with Benny, and Benny was like, "Don, if you can get Joey Cola, I'll bow out and just put me into the next
forgetting
thing."
all the side lists.
So we got Benny a good part in the next one, because we're hoping to do more of these, like a series.
See now, I heard it was a scheduling conflict with his hoodie.
Has he gotten it back yet? I hope so.
Yes. Yeah. He got it back all right. We thought we were going to die that day.
Like it just came in. It was like an alien came in.
Yeah, I didn't tell you about that?
Oh yeah, I think he might have told me too. Now I think about it, he was really struggling with COVID.
Right.
And I think that was his way of protecting everyone.
But we didn't even know who it was. We were doing this show. We're sitting here like doing this show. All of a sudden, the sliding door opens, and he comes in, and he's got, I think, another hoodie, sunglasses, a mask over his face. We had no idea who it was. And he just walks in, and again, with the sunglasses, you don't even know where his eyes are, but he's looking in our direction. And we're like, what is going on? We thought he was going to pull out a gun and just shoot us.
Yeah, exactly what's happening to us right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Same thing.
Yeah, that is pretty much what's going on right now. Sallie and her son Sam just walked in.
Oh, very good. Hello.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Don's on.
Yeah,
Don's on.
Hello, everybody.
Don's on.
Hello.
So what are you guys doing? What are you doing?
Well, we went to.
Yes, I actually have to tell Sallie to use a mic.
Well, I'm concerned. Does Sam not have one?
Well, I'll give it back to you later when I'm done with Don, because with Zooming.
Me and Sam can share one.
All right, there you go. Perfect.
We went to Costco.
This is way more important than your movie.
Yeah. So let's
right off the bat, this is fucking huge.
What did you have
Costco?
to get
Yeah, Costco. So let's. So Don, totally finish up, and it's great to see you.
It's great to see you as well, and Sam as well. Both also working on the movie.
That's right.
But yeah, what did you have to get at Costco?
Well, we went for here. Hold on. You put these on.
Oh my goodness.
Sam, do you know what you got at Costco?
I heard my name. What?
What did you get at Costco?
What did we get?
What did you get at Costco? Did you get drugs? Look what happened here.
Right.
Why did we go to Costco?
A lobotomy. That's what they got.
Hello.
I slept in my friend's house, and in his guest bedroom, he had this like memory foam mattress topper, and I needed to find the exact one. So I made a trek to Costco to search for one.
Because the mother. So here's how it started. I get this text from Sam, who says, here, let me just read it. It's like the funniest thing.
Sorry, Don.
Oh yeah.
I'm not. Take it, Don. Take it like a man.
When it's memory foam, you got me locked in. As soon as I heard memory foam, I was engaged.
Yeah, they're.
I'm also
like,
aroused. I hate when the foam doesn't have a memory.
So this is what I get from Sam. Hey, if I ask Gerard's mom where she bought the memory foam layer to her mattress, will you buy it for me? So my answer is, do I want to know why you've tried out his mother's bed?
Bum.
So I guess when Sam stays over there, there's a guest bedroom. Are you doing porn music?
I'm so in love with you.
So we were trying to find the same type of.
Were you successful? Was it?
No, they didn't have it. So
Mother, father, sister, brother.
So you then you decided to come here?
So then we got olive oil, and Sam picked out chocolate chip cookies because he knows you like them. And
Where are they? I don't see them.
they're in the trunk.
Go get them.
In the
No.
heat?
Okay.
Good.
You got to go to Bed Bath and Beyond, and the Beyond section will have the memory foam.
Is there anything Don still doesn't know?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I haven't found it yet.
Yeah. Oh, and Advil.
And thanks for that advice with that rash, Don.
Of course, just a little ointment, just a little dab of ointment goes a long way.
I'm amazed that llama spit has that sort of analgesic property.
Analgesic.
The hardest part is getting the llama to your house. Other than that, you're fine.
And the sex was amazing with the llama.
My
love
sister
that.
sold me a face cream once. You know, like when people sell Amway and shit.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
So she was selling this product. I don't even know what it was, but it was like kind of that pyramid thing. And I'm reading the ingredients a week after I've been spraying this on my face. A week.
Just says jizz.
A week.
That's all I'm
Pretty much.
picturing. Yeah. Oh.
It says deer urea. I've been spraying deer piss on my face for a week.
Did it work?
Yeah, I looked hot.
There you go.
Yeah.
And all the bucks were knocking down her door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was a lineup.
I don't know why things just got so weird all of a sudden. We're just trying to talk to Don and have a conversation. So we're talking about deer
We
piss.
started off
Give
with
a
a mattress topper.
I'll tell you the topper to that mattress.
I got some friends based out of Massapequa.
That's
that
us.
Have you guys as well. But
No, real friends.
This is called Saltwater, Long Island. They have their own clothing company. They have one based out here in the Hamptons. They have another one in Huntington, and then they have another store that they just opened up at LaGuardia Airport. So this company's taking off big. I'm trying to, hook them in. Get the pun intended I'm trying to reel them in.
Hook them in.
To see if they're interested in sponsors and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, they're super cool people. The store's great. The gear is great, man. The apparel that they sell. So
They're definitely
They get
cooler
a
than us. There's nothing cool about us. So
they, from what I understand too, they had a really fantastic firework display this year.
They're the ones.
they're the ones.
Nice.
You guys have the inside track. That's why you didn't show up this year. You guys knew.
No,
I'm
I had
actually
no
still
idea.
disappointed we weren't able to go.
Yeah, I was at the beach all day long and night long, our beach with the family for 4th of July. I didn't even see any fireworks. I saw more fireworks the day before the 4th of July on Sunday
Right.
than I did on actually 4th of July day, which was Monday.
Which was the
But
4th
which was actually
of July.
Not the
fifth.
third.
Monday.
third.
Yeah,
Monday the
everybody
4th of
went
July.
nuts. Yeah, I didn't light any, but everybody else did. Like, did you drive around it all Sunday night? It was ridiculous.
We had it
I
going
was
on in our
actually
neighborhood.
No, we have it in our neighborhood for like 2 or 3 days ahead of time. Like around 2 or 3 days ahead of time, our shepherd, who's one of the bigger dogs in the house, won't go out at nighttime. She's like, I'm done. I'm going to not pee or poo until the sun comes up again for like days ahead of time.
I was driving around Mastic and Shirley, and everybody had fireworks going on.
That was
when we
just
went over
gunfire.
I was going to say, on Mastic, it's
No,
just
that's-
gunfire.
That was
That's
just-
not fireworks.
That was
Don.
a shotgun.
I know you were off of Long Island for a while.
Then we went to Smith's Beach and watched them from there. But Smith's Point. And have you heard about the shark attacks?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
what's
know-
going on with that?
I know you had a few in Jones Beach, but out
Yes.
here at Smith's Beach, there was like already 2 shark attacks. There was one out by me, the Cupsog, where there was a shark attack.
Are they
It's nuts,
bad or
man.
just like little bites, like nibbles? Or are
Some
they?
people?
One kid
Some
got
people-
nicked.
yeah.
He's already back.
That was the lifeguard kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was actually out there doing a lifeguard. They were doing a training course
Right.
about shark attacks, and then the kid got bit while doing that.
Oh, talk about perfect.
Yeah, and nobody believed him. Like, oh yeah, he's just kidding around. Fucking no.
I want everybody to pay attention because we went a long way to get a real shark to come out here and fuck one of you guys up.
You're doing it all wrong.
Right.
They're like panicking.
Go back and get your leg bit off so we can practice that.
Hey,
Somebody said, who the hell was it? I was talking to somebody and they said, oh, they were like, your boy Tony Walker must be loving all these shark attacks because now he could tell everybody his shark attack story. Who the hell would...
probably Bosey. That sounds like something Bosey would say.
I'm just trying to realize who I was with and who it was. And, but it definitely came up. And I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, he didn't really get attacked by a shark. And they were like stunned. They thought they actually believed that was your story.
Because he's a big liar.
It's a cancer shark.
Right.
Now you'll never trust it again.
Is that right? Whoever you were talking to actually thought that's what happened?
It's a blur in my head. I can't remember who the hell. What was it? Was it you? Was it with you, Andy? Did we have that conversation, or was it somebody? I'm just trying to remember because I didn't.
John, I fucking don't remember anything anymore.
Yeah, you might have been high as fuck.
That's really possible.
Andy has become our local Cheech.
Well, that's because I hang out with Chong, Billy Guy.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are like the
Dave's not here, man.
the suburban version of Cheech and Chong. Hey, let's hit the mall, man. Sounds great, dude.
And we did. Oh God, I can't even. That's the story that I can't tell on. I'll have to tell off.
Oh, that's
all right.
just mean spirited.
Yeah,
If I do another film that's like a different, storyline, I'm gonna get you and your boy there. What's his name again? The big guy.
Billy Guyer.
Billy Guyer. To just be like the Jay and Silent Bob type of guys, but
Right.
like just stoned out of your freaking minds.
Yeah,
they'll be.
Getting back to what we were talking about before with your movie. That would be cool to get Billy in that doing something. And that's what we were talking about before.
I was thinking I have an idea with Billy.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That's what we were talking about before we started talking about deer piss. Was
On my face.
we were talking about
I'm
Benny.
so turned on right now.
How Benny was nice enough to give up his role so Joey Cola could do it. But what you've come up with, if we hopefully do continue to film these things, what you have in plan for Benny is going to be so much better for him, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Do you know? I'll tell you about it later. It's going to be very funny.
Embraced it.
Is that right?
He's already embraced it. He loves it. He's already got ideas for it. He's
Yeah, but what if we can get Chris Roach?
That is really funny.
But we also had an idea for Geyer and Tim Saliani, where they're both going to play guys. So my character Billy, is always getting in trouble, and just like with weird things. So I'm a gambler, turns out too, and I owe money to the guy, the loan shark.
Right.
So he sends Billy Geyer and Tim to break my legs. So I get there, and then as they're about to break my legs, they go, "So what do you do anyway? How can we?" I'm just a comedian, man. I just run, I run over there at Governor's or whatever. And they're like, "Hold on a second." And Tim goes to Billy, "You always wanted to be a comedian, right?" He's like, "Yeah." And then I'm like, "I can get you guys stage time." So then I get Billy some stage time, and then we'll see how I can work Tim, if they both want to be comedians, or if Tim plays a straight guy and Billy's like the more of the the comedian type, because I think Billy's got more of that kind of vibe on film, where he's just like big guy, just little he stands out. Let's just put it that way.
Yes.
Yeah, right,
He's dynamic.
Yeah. So
both of them.
and that's what I look for in these. Yeah, everybody. I mean, and just like comedians are, they're all different shapes, sizes, styles. So it's nothing against Tim for not choosing him to be the comedian right away. But I see Tim more as being the tough guy in this one.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Because Tim's got that face, and Tim's also, his comedic brilliance is in being angry.
Right.
Yeah.
So I could see him just being, going on one of his diatribes, because he must use a thesaurus when he writes. So he'll be like,
I know. I have to look up words sometimes.
Yeah. So I just want him to like go at me like that, with a Tim-esque style, and I don't understand what he's talking about. And I'm just like, so does this mean I'm gonna, you're gonna give me another week to pay you or what? That kind of thing. And then he goes, it just means you give Billy here some time. He wants to do 10 minutes, but we only do 5-minute sets. No, not today. He gets 10.
Look at him. He's worth 2 of you people.
And then I'm like, yeah. And then I go, all right, I'm gonna give him 10, but I'm telling you, 10 minutes could be an eternity if you don't know what you're doing. And then we'll have Billy's character die up there on stage. Sweating it out.
Poor Billy.
He keeps looking at his watch. He keeps looking at his watch. And then they're mad at me for giving them 10 minutes. You should have told us. See, I just wrote that just now.
Sweet, it's recorded.
Right.
Sorry. Yeah, see, Brentwood.
But yeah, and then I also have it into so for Cola's character, this is for the second one, so it doesn't exist yet, so we could talk about with no spoilers. But Cola's character is going to tell me, he's like, he's going to want me to go to comedy school, and he's going to be like, and I'm like, but I've been doing comedy for 25 years. He's like, I'm just telling you, you got to freshen it up a bit. You've been doing the same fucking set for 20 years, just freshen it up or whatever. So he wants to send me to comedy class, so I go to comedy class, and it's going to be like, I'm going to. Hopefully we get
comedy
Peter
class
Bales.
writes itself.
Yeah, right. Hopefully we get Peter Bales or Rich Walker or one of those guys to
John Truson.
or Truson or any of these great Long Island guys that have that teach to be in it and cameo in it and walk me through, and then that's where that's where I wanted to put in.
Well, here's my advice to you then, because I know you're not busy, you have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
You should write between now and Wednesday. You should write that part where Cola tells you all that and film it on Wednesday as well. Ooh. So that way you don't have to worry about scheduling with him.
Look at that.
Oh, wow. No pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
I just have to get him a different tie or something. Yeah, make it a different.
Yeah,
but
right.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I'm going to do that. Let me write that down.
And again, because Don's not busy as it is. Don's got to be one of the busiest people ever.
Oh, man.
And he travels so much,
right, you
too.
just came back from, what was it, Tennessee, right?
I was just in Nashville. It was awesome.
He's busy enough for a person who doesn't travel, and then you add in that he travels, and then it just blows my mind.
I don't even know how I do half this shit sometimes, this whole blur.
Even traveling here, you live so far away. I mean, both you guys do. Yeah. It's like when me and Tony let's go do Saturday night. It takes us 7 minutes to get here, and it takes you
an hour.
5 hours.
Although I will point out that most of the pictures you posted from Nashville were pictures of you drinking with people in a bar.
Yeah, that's networking, man. But yeah, the other pictures would have been they were in a conference hall. We had a kiosk, and we just standing by the kiosk showcasing our stuff. It wasn't picturesque, so to speak.
Slower down.
It was mainly showing the coworkers and the people I met through the years and people I've known, and that stuff. But yeah, with Cola, and then where was I going with that? So yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
No, it's all good. Yeah, so I think it's going to be cool. I think I'm hoping this first film really does great. We're off and running to a great start.
I got high hopes for it. I think it's really fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
The writing, the cast, the work the crew is doing, the way it's looking so far.
The overall sex appeal.
Right. Well, that goes without saying.
That's where I was. That's what I was going to say. I remembered about the comedy class idea I had. So after Joey sends me a comedy class, I go there. Where whoever the teacher is, in my mind, I keep seeing Rich Walker, and then. But even at comedy class, I get outshined by this other new up and coming comedian who's just like super funny and just has it. And I would I keep stuttering or something on stage, and he's like, "Excuse me," or he keeps having ideas for my act. Like, he's that guy. Like,
oh yeah,
like
that's
I'm trying
great.
to work out my set, and he's like, "I think you should instead, you should angle it more." And then the teacher
that's a great idea.
Agreeing with him. Yeah, teacher keeps going, "That's a great idea, Dan. Don, Billy, you should do that." And I'm just like, I have my own style. No, do what Dan says. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah, and I'm like, how long has Dan been doing this? I just been a week now. Been about just started the class.
I'm a waiter, and all my customers think I'm funny.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's how I work in Joe as well. Cavella, they'll both be in that class with me. So, and they're these rising up and coming comedians that are just taking the class with me. But then it will turn into a happy ending where, like, yes, Andy, a happy ending. And, but
Fucking A.
You knew where Andy was going to go with that.
But that's where
Thank you, Tom. I don't have to do any special code like rub the back of anybody's legs or say soft touch.
That's only in this when we're in the men's room.
The rub and tuck.
You kick my leg and then
Yeah, tap 3 times. Yeah.
yeah.
Tap 3 times on the floor if you want to bang me.
But they end up helping me out and see the light and refresh my whole style.
Oh, nice.
And and I become better for it, and then those guys become
Good.
part of the so it all works out. So it's not always like, but it starts off that way where my guys just always
sure,
down
that's
on
so
his work.
funny.
Yeah, so that's how I have all those guys worked into the next one. Of course, Andy's character, I don't want to give away too much about Andy, but he is basically my life coach. We'll just say it that way.
Your conscience,
and so,
in a way, yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to be in a lot of scenes. So even if I'm at the comedy club, I run into the comedy class, I'll run into the bathroom again, and then it's to the point where I start looking for him. I'm like, hey, you here?
That's great.
And then, but he always arrives. So like Tinkerbell or something, always you hear the ding, the jingle. He's always with a toilet flush.
That's you.
That's great.
Andy Tinkerbell.
Funny stuff.
Fucking A.
And then he comes out and he's like, so what's going on now? You having some problems with these comics? Don't let them get to you. He's like, these younger guys, they have a different outlook on life, whatever. I don't want to start writing a second movie.
Yeah, I know this feels like a writing session. I like it.
Yeah, this is great. This is what we do, man, when we're all together.
That's right.
Fucking A.
Yeah. I just want to, I love having you guys to bounce ideas off of. I mean, talk with Tony all the time. We always bounce ideas off each other, and it's always great and goes a long way, man. And that's the thing I love most about the comedy scene right now, especially our circle, is it's a lot of synergy. We're all, we're, to use all these corporate words, that I learned this weekend.
Circle back.
Synergy from like the 80s.
Where the rubber meets the road.
We're all pulling on the same rope.
Singing off the same sheet of music.
Yeah, we're all kumbaya stuff.
The senior NCOs in meetings used to do this all together.
Oh, man.
When the bullshit was getting deep to save their watches. I was like, that seems like a lot to know.
Yeah.
For all of you guys to do the same thing at the same time.
Yeah. No, we didn't do that at this thing.
Weird.
That's great. So now tomorrow, Live from the Green Room is on, but you're going to be at the brokerage.
Yeah, I'll be with Rick Adana. He was supposed to come down today too, but he can't. He's in a meeting for something else he's got going on. Mark's another guy's got a lot of irons in the fire. He's another guy that does a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
and,
plays and film and his stand-up, of course.
Yeah, he travels like road comic, man. So he's all over the place. And in fact, it was like I was following him because he was in Akron, Ohio, the same time I was in Akron, Ohio. I was doing something for the USFL. Cause I do a lot of stuff in sports. And he was there doing comedy, and we were supposed to meet up. I was supposed to, because he was with Don Jameson, and I was like, yeah, I'll definitely go hang out. But I could never get time freed up to go. Because when you're with a team of guys doing your job, they all go out afterwards, and you don't want to be that guy, all right, well, screw you. I'm going to go do my own thing.
I'm different from you.
I'm going to find my other friends.
Probably better.
And by the time we got out of there, because the rehearsal went late, it was too late anyway. And I was like, so we all just went out. And everything closes so early in Akron, Ohio. But anyways, and then after that...
Damn flyover country.
He was just in Nashville. And I just missed him then, too. So it's like I'm on the same tour schedule with him, but we're just going... I just keep missing him.
So, this will be the first time you guys will actually meet in person, right?
Yeah, it's so weird in this day and age with this technology and stuff. Like, I feel pretty close friends with Rick Adana. We've worked on a few projects together, but I've never been in the same room with him ever.
Don't let it be awkward.
Yeah, it is amazing. Sometimes I have to
Just hug them.
I'll ask myself like, have I not met this person in real life? Like you
Yeah.
get so close online that you just forget that you haven't seen them in.
If I can 3 words. Deep tongue kiss. it'll everything else will just melt away and you'll be one.
Well, the weird thing about Rick Adana and myself is we always joke around that because we have a similar laugh when we laugh. It's like this high pitched laugh, and then also like Christy Miller says that we look alike. But when I see myself next, like when we're side by side in a Zoom call, I'm like, I see the resemblance, but I look like I'm about at least 15 years older than Rick Adana. Rick Adana definitely is a younger.
Well, he is younger,
version.
isn't he? He's
He's
got little kids.
Yeah, he's about 10 years younger than I am.
Crazy.
But yeah, so we always joke that we look alike. So I'm interested to see if we're like the same height and weight, style, body type. Because he was also very athletic when he was younger.
If he has sweet judo moves, also, you guys are gonna spar just to get closer.
Do we just become best friends?
We were just Greco-Roman style wrestling, and it slipped in.
Oh,
That was actually an excuse a security forces guy on my base when he got caught.
oh wow, really? It
Yeah.
just slipped in?
Yeah. Well.
No one knows what to say to that.
Yeah, well, I'm working
He's
over
just,
here.
yeah.
You could kind of
Look at that. That looks like that. Is that not the perfect picture to show how you guys look alike?
Yeah. There you go.
We have the same hair and stuff like that, and yeah, we you could see similarities. I think it's also definitely in the laugh more too, but we have the same kind of hair. You can't really tell mine right now, but it's like mine curls up too. So it's just crazy. So we
Don sounded a little gay. Is it me?
Little gay.
and then
hair's a
I
little
fucked him in
curly.
his ass. And then I fucked him in the ass. Was that gay?
a little gay.
But it's
Just a
just
little
the,
bit.
it's just the tip.
But yeah, he's like we call ourselves the Handsome Man Podcast whenever I have him on my show
Nice.
because we're both handsome men.
Now, is it? And be honest with me. Would it be too much if we set up a Zoom for tomorrow night, and you can zoom in whenever you want from the brokerage?
Yeah, I could do that.
Are you? Is Wendy going with you?
Yeah, when did we go?
All right, no, we can't do that.
Yeah,
Then you
no.
got to sit and talk to Wendy in between
your
sets.
downtime.
Yeah.
If I get a chance to see Rick Adana beforehand or after, I could record something, and if you guys are still on, because you guys go what till about 10, right? Normally on the 9:30.
7:30 to 9:30 usually, unless somebody like Don Sill or Mark Riccadonna shows up, and we'll go a little later. But I don't anticipate going later tomorrow with T.J. Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And with you not there, Sally's already thinking about how to get out of it.
Wow. Well, Sally, I will tell you there is a slight possibility that Andy Plajanos and Billy Geyer will join us.
Oh,
tomorrow.
that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, man, I wanted to go to freaking Clyde's the other night, man.
Oh yeah, that was actually
Yeah.
we ended up being a good show, except there were a couple of interesting things that happened that I'll tell you offline.
All this
about.
secret stuff.
There is a lot of secret
Well,
stuff.
it's sort of like why we don't record our post show hangs, because there's a lot of slamming people and whatnot. So
Yeah, there's a lot of that. But yeah, it's I wanted to go because I know it was a pretty good show. I wanted to see you. Cause I don't think I've seen you on stage since last year when you did the contest.
don't talk about it. No, I'm only kidding.
Now, are you still doing Dracula, or did you put him aside for a while?
I have put him aside for a while, but I did break it out a couple of weeks ago. Blow the dust off because there were a couple of people that had never seen it.
Yeah.
That I've been doing a lot of shows with. That I'm like, really, you haven't seen this? so I did it.
Get a kick out of it. I like all the stuff you do. I like the musical stuff too.
Yeah.
I still think you have something there that you should work on and tighten it up. Is the 7-Eleven the butter roll bit? Butter roll bit has some legs, man, because everybody eats those. fucking butter, and they always butter it more in one spot than the other, and then you get the butter on your face, and you look like a male porn star.
I've been extending making that take longer than everything else. Like, if you don't start spreading the butter, like that, like I really draw it out, and then I
like when you go nuts, like. You know, when you're like, you know, I want to sing a song, you know, hey, everybody, it's a song for the 7-Eleven guy who butters those rolls. I love those butter rolls. Aren't they great? Everybody loves them, man.
You know what? I didn't even think to not even go into it as an anger management thing.
Yeah, and then you start going, love the butter roll, and then you start, and then like you do it, and then stop like you do, and then go, but you fucking put too much fucking butter on the fucking roll, butter on my face. I'm driving. I look like a male porn star.
I'm gonna fucking vomit. Vomit.
Yeah, the last thing I wanted was a fucking load of butter, swallow a load of butter in my throat. Spread it out a little bit more, and then go singing it. Thank you, 7-Eleven guy.
Yeah. That's funny.
It's almost like a Kinnison thing or something.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's just great because everybody feels that way about the butter roll.
No,
And you know
it
what?
always hits like
No,
that.
yeah.
That even when it was just a poem, that has always been like something that. And there's comics that I haven't seen in months and months or years, and they come up and they go, "Ah, 7-Eleven guy!" Ah.
Yeah, because everybody relates to it. And you know what? Too, people from out of state, they don't have the butter rolls like we do, right?
No,
I
they don't
think it
even
might
know
be-
what it is.
I think it's only a Long Island thing.
Diners
So-
are just Long Island, buttered rolls are just Long.
Yeah.
And you could tell when they're visiting from somewhere else because they just don't say buttered roll. They're like, could I have the, you know, whatever type of roll with the poppy seeds? Like they get like
Yeah,
really
Kaiser
like butter roll,
roll,
man.
yeah.
Kaiser roll, right?
Kaiser
But
roll.
they don't sell them like wrapped up how we do, like in 7-Eleven or a lot of delis where they're all set up for you and just grab it and go. They don't. So I had people visit one time from North Carolina, and I explained to them because they love biscuits in the South.
Right.
That's all they fucking eat. And they're like, I love me some biscuits, man. We got all kind of biscuits. We got chicken biscuit, we got beef biscuit, we got egg biscuit, we got chicken.
You gotta
I'm
have
like,
the good
all right,
gravy too.
yeah, you gotta put the gravy in the biscuit. It's all good. And I'm
Little
like,
hot
and then-
sauce?
and they're like, what do you guys? You New Yorkers, you love the bagels, right? I go, no, I'm more of a buttered roll guy. Buttered roll? What the hell you mean buttered? What the fuck's a buttered roll, man? So then one day when they came here, we were actually on a trip for hockey, and a bunch of the Southerners were with me, and I took them into 7-Eleven. They were like, what the hell's this place? Like, there's not even, in where I'm from in Raleigh, Triangle area, Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina, there's no 7-Elevens. So they don't even know about 7-Eleven. So they go to the 7-Eleven, and then I gave them each a buttered roll. Andy, I go take a shit now?
I guess.
He used to go.
He said butter roll,
I am
and
offended.
So anyway, they ate the
luck.
buttered rolls, and they were amazed. You should have seen the reactions just for a buttered roll. I was
Right.
and a 7-Eleven butter roll is not even like you can get a better buttered roll at a deli.
Yeah, delis
Yeah.
are definitely better. Well, you know what? In the Raleigh area, they and you could tell me if I'm wrong, but when I was like visiting, not that long ago, they kind of have they do not suck at bagels. Like they've really kind of like
well, they have a chain. They have Bruegger's Bagels.
yeah, they've gotten like a little they've gotten a lot better at it, but they don't even know what a roll is.
They don't know. The bakeries are always weak over there, and that's
Yeah.
why, like I said, like when they ate, you should have seen the 7-Eleven guy because we ate it right in the 7-Eleven. The guy behind the counter is like he's watching these people eat bagels and go, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And the guy at 7-Eleven just looking at him like
Like, did they just come from Ethiopia with like
what
you know?
the fuck? I've
That-
never seen,
There's no way you pooped that fast.
Oh yeah, he did. He
I
pooped.
pooped
He
that
poops that fast. And don't
He
ask me
launches
why I
it
know that,
right-
but I do.
he just bends over and launches it right out of his butthole.
Oh, and I do have to mention that last night Mick Thomas was in the giggle room, so who knows what the bathroom is like.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's all sorts of stuff in that sink.
It
but,
smells like pee in there all the time.
Don,
Was he
that
hungovers?
well, no, Mick Thomas likes to pee in the sink.
He'll come over to your house and actually pee in your sink.
Right.
I'm back before I left.
Oh yeah, the delay on the screen has
the
gotten
delay
even
is
slower.
really because it took
Yeah.
us like when Tony put up the picture of
Mark right next to Don.
Mark. It took like 2 to 3 minutes
Yeah.
before me and Sam
The
saw
delay
it.
used to be 30 seconds. Now all of a sudden it's a minute or two.
But yeah, he does look a lot like you, like in the picture that Tony picked.
And Don, that whole thing you did with the biscuits and the people to 7-Eleven and the guy behind the counter, that should be a bit, man. If you're concerned about what to do if you go back on stage, I think that could be something.
There you go.
Because everybody would, just like Andy's bit, everybody would get that, on the local scene.
And then I'll do Andy's song.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a duet.
You're gonna open like you have to do it before me.
Yeah,
like we're in the same show. Because that's always the thread is that we all wanted to do. There was some show we were on, and we were all going to do a John Butera joke.
Oh, that would be
Like
funny.
like either the same one, all of us, or each of us do a different one. And he was headlining, so by the time he got up, he wouldn't have had an act.
Oh, that would be
Oh,
hilarious.
that's
who used to-
really good.
Bob Hope used to do it to Milton Berle all the time.
Really?
Yeah, because Milton Berle was known to steal jokes.
Yeah.
So Bob
I
Hope
didn't
was
know
like,
that.
well, yeah, he's like, I'm going to do his whole entire act before I go up.
Wow.
So he went up there and did Milton's whole act, and then Milton was pissed off, but also laughing about it because back then the code of stealing jokes wasn't the same as it is now.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
then
now
Milton
it's
just-
bad.
So Milton went up and he did the act of the guy following him. Which I
Wow.
forget who it was, yeah. So it was just like this whole thing where everybody was just, fucking it up for the next guy.
Huh.
So it was,
Oh, that's crazy. And then you have the one of my favorites. We've talked about it before in here. Is that video? It's on YouTube, where there's a show here that Tim Gage was supposed to host. He claims they never asked him, so he was in Jersey doing something. And they called him. They're like, "Where are you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm on my way home. I was in Jersey." Like, you're supposed to be here hosting. So he's like, "Oh, well, I didn't know." So he's flying to get here, but he's late. So Truson gets on the stage and he tells the audience, our host is about to get here. Don't laugh at any of his jokes. So then, have you ever seen this?
No.
So Gage gets on the stage and he
it's a
starts
video.
doing, he starts doing his bit, and the audience held it together. They did not laugh at a single thing, and you see his face. Like, at one point, he even says, "These are the jokes, folks." Finally, though, he actually figures out what's going on. He goes, "What did they tell you not to laugh at me?" And the whole place erupts. It's really, it's
It
fantastic.
really is so funny.
That's great.
Yeah, I love that. So, all right. So, Comic Sans, is that the title? Are you
so.
sticking with it?
I think so. I think I'm sticking with it. What I like about Comic Sans is there's two things about it. So sans, means without, right? So like, if you go to a deli or something, you're like, I'll take a sandwich sans the pickle, whatever, right? That's how some people talk, not us.
Not around here.
Some people would say, yes, sans this, whatever.
I actually use it a
Comic
lot.
Sans, so it's a comic without. So I like that. And then also the font called Comic Sans. There's documentaries about this font. It's notorious as the most hated font out of every font that exists. This is the most hated one by like graphics people. So like graphic designers and people like that, if they see something, like if I handed over something to them and go, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And it has Comic Sans, and the first thing they're gonna think is this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's using Comic Sans, and then they'll just think like, because there's hacks in every industry, so they just think you're a hack graphics designer. But it's also extremely hated. It's the most hated font ever created. If anyone is interested in that, there's a documentary about that. So I like that whole vibe going into this thing, and for those two, as a title for the movie, because it is about this character named Billy, who has been doing comedy for 25 years. He's a good comic. It just never got a break. Some people just find. There's different types of life. Some are cracked, and some might have a little leak, and some, I guess, some
Flow
lucky
right through.
turds can flow right through the PVC pipe. But anyway, no, but and there's some images. There's me. There's Billy, really stressed out from
I love
some
that
news
picture.
I just heard. I gotta say too, working with the comics on this has been so great. I've been loving every minute of it. Working with Sherry Poland and newer comics like Sherry Poland and also Austin Brooks, Austin Brooks I think was a true diamond in the rough. He's a newer comic, been doing it for 2 years, First time I ever seen him was at that same contest, the same night I saw Andy perform last.
That's right. Yeah.
And he's just got a vibe about him.
Can I tell you a really great story about Austin Brooks from last Friday?
Yes.
Or Saturday? We're at Farrell's in Ronkonkoma, and the show goes on. We're all hanging out outside afterwards. There's this guy Andrew Washington who's a magician / comedian, and so he starts doing some magic, and Austin starts freaking out because he doesn't like to be fooled, and it's like real because I have the fucking messages of him being like, for real, dude, how did he do that? Like, and I'm like, is this really bothering you? He's like, yeah, I don't like being fooled. I'm like, all right, so I sent him this a video
There's a lot
that
of
I
mysteries in life.
That's what I'm saying. Because I did
You have
like
to pick something else to be upset about because it's a long life ahead of you.
but like I did
He should ask questions about the galaxy or something.
I did a thing where I made a quarter disappear, kind of thing, and come out of his
behind
ear.
his ear.
Yeah, and I took it out of his ear, and he's like, "Yo, Andy, don't do that." No.
Has he never seen a magic
That's
trick
not
before?
cool. That's not cool, huh?
Has he never seen a magic trick before?
Well, apparently he has, but he doesn't like being fooled. He
Wow.
kept saying that. Matter of fact, I would love to read exactly because he was starting to really freak out, and I was like, all right, and that's when I realized, holy shit, he actually is.
They're walking down the hallway really slow, like they're in a haunted house.
They are.
Andy's
cute.
daughters are here, so they just stepped out to go to the bathroom. And they were actually holding hands, and they were going really slow.
Oh, that's
You
so
imagine
cute.
and then all of a sudden James pops out of his office. What are you two doing here?
Here's a fucking lollipop.
Well, that's how Daphne talks, so that she could answer him.
What the hell are you looking at? So it's you gonna tell me how he did it? I legit lost sleep last night. Was trying to Google it. LOL. And he's like, I don't like that I was fooled by those kind of people. Now,
Those kind of people.
well, I'm not gonna.
Whoa!
Wow.
Hey,
Magician
whoa,
kind of
hey.
people.
The magician people are up in arms now. Over that.
So I sent him the like kind of a how to do basically that trick video, and I said, I said it wasn't magnets, but I'm realizing I won't be able to shut you up because it was magnets.
Yeah.
The trick had to do with magnets. And he's like, sorry, I'll leave you alone. I'm like, I mean to calm you. Wow, that's what it was? Yo, I like to see a magician who don't have hands do this trickery. But there's like, and I carried it right in the middle. I picked.
That's the best quote. That's why it's lines like that
Yeah.
got Austin the gig.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to see I used to like to see a magician without hands do that kind of trick. That's gonna be my next Facebook post, I think.
But it was just, he just was like, and he just obsessive. Like he just kept, I picked that up halfway through because that night he was like, that was the next day because I just stopped responding to him. And so the next day he's hit me up again.
So weird.
He's I love that kid.
Yeah.
I think he's great. I think he's got something special, and it's not always when you got a vibe like that. It's not always the material. It's who you are.
Yeah, the delivery.
Yeah, and just being you. Some guys can just get by in the entertainment world by being who they are, just being themselves. They don't have to work at it, and other guys have to rely more on the writing. There's all, like I said, there's all different styles, different types. But for Austin, I think he's got a lot going for him in that regard. He's got I put it in the script. He's got the likability factor and all that stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And so I think, and there's a line that he said that when we had them on the Green Room show that I put into the script. We were all talking. It was like the first time they were all in the room, all the young guys. And he's like talking and he's like, yeah, man, everyone says I got an accent. I didn't even know I had an accent.
Right.
So that line is in the middle. He's like, she says she loves my accent, man. I didn't even know I had one, Billy. So that's all in there. He's got like the thickest accent ever, and he lives all the way out here in Manorville. He grew up out here. He grew up around like literally wineries and pumpkin patches. He's got like the thickest New York accent I've ever heard.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
But yeah, I love that kid, and he was great. Shari Poland's great. She's going to be shooting with us again on Monday. Yeah, everyone's having Eric Haft on board.
Bosie and Joey Petroni.
Bosi and Petroni are all going to be this Monday. I can't wait to work with them. And
Sounds like a really shitty law firm.
I have. Come to Bosi. Come to Bosi and Petroni.
If you
We'll make
have
sure
if you have mesothelioma, come see us. Seriously.
I have their bow ties. So I had to go and buy bow ties
Nice.
for them to wear
Nice.
for their outfits, for their costumes as well. So they'll both be wearing bow ties and vests and white shirts.
With that background you have, it looked like you just threw the red tie right into the shark's mouth.
Eat that.
Take it. Yeah.
That's
Slower,
exactly what
Don.
I do with Andy every
Slower.
Friday after we go off the air.
Slower. Hey, boys gotta eat.
All right, now, before we, because it's almost time for us to go, we made the announcement yesterday. Are you excited about the band shell? You're gonna come down and do one of these nights, or all of them, or
Hell yeah!
some
What are
of
the
them?
dates again? August 16th.
The 12th, the 13th, and the 19th.
I could probably definitely do the 12th, and what is it? The 12th, the what?
13th and 19th.
12th and 13th would probably be best. I think 19th I'm going away again. I'm going to Denver.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Well, it's nice that time of year.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing. I also do side stuff, and I'm doing something for American Ninja Warrior, and it's in Denver. I think that's where it originated from. Denver.
American Ninja Warrior originated in Denver?
I think that's where they started, because that's where like a lot of their athletes. Well, I don't know.
Well, because rock climbers tend to be
Rocky Mountain.
really do well with doing American Ninja Warrior because of the grip
Yeah.
strength.
Grips.
Their
Because almost
fingers.
everything is grip strength.
Yeah.
It's the grip strength they say is more important than the actual arm strength or anything like that.
Right.
Even though they got to do a lot of jumping. I've done the course once when I worked in Atlanta. I didn't make it far. He's just envisioning me doing it.
Yeah, like
No, they
did you
had
go
a
off
bunch
on
of-
the first obstacle?
Yeah, I made the first obstacle. I made
Nice.
it, but it's the second one I did.
That's not the ladder going up.
No, we had this is about 5 years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. The American Ninja Warrior came to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, set up outdoors. It was awesome. So they asked a bunch of employees. 'Cause I guess they do this for two reasons. One, it gives back a little bit to the employees, but also for the American Ninja Warrior people, it allows them to test the course.
Right.
Because they have to test the course out. So they ask for volunteers who wants to test the course out. So, of course, everybody wants
Who'd like to be a
do it.
guinea pig? I mean, a volunteer?
Yeah.
So some of us, I don't know if anyone of my coworkers there made it through the entire course, but some guys made it like 4 or 5 things over,
Nice.
I made it to the second one and then fell. And it was fun, though. It was a blast.
Yeah, I
The
bet.
first one was just like these lily pad things.
Yeah.
Just had to jump on these lily pads. So I just ran. I was like, and I made it. I was like, yes! Like, you get so worried you're gonna fall in.
Yeah.
It looked like an idiot in front of all your coworkers. After I made the first one, I was like, all right, I don't care what happens after this. But yeah, that was fun. Maybe I'll get to run the course again now that I'm working for them
Nice.
directly.
Please get
If
video.
I do that,
You're too
I'll-
valuable to us. No,
Yeah,
you work
that's right,
directly for
yes.
us. No.
I'll have them film it.
Yes. Absolutely. That'd be great.
But yeah, this band shell thing is gonna be super cool. So what's going on over there? So it's at Jones Beach.
Jones Beach Boardwalk. They have a band shell there. So as you're walking along the beach, they have a lot of things to do there at night. There's a playground, there's shuffleboard, there's concession stands, and they have the band shell where bands play. It's usually tribute bands, and it's all free. I mean, I don't know. You don't pay for parking at that time of night. I don't think.
No, I don't think
you
so
do.
at all.
So it's all free. So you just go there. They have some bleachers, but you can bring your own chairs. You can bring your coolers, and it's great. People bring the kids. The kids run around, or some people just hang out with friends. And
It's like a
This
lawn
is awesome.
concert,
Yeah.
only at the beach.
so
Is
it's
this
been-
near the area where they have that obstacle course thing,
Yes, where the zip line and all
The
that. Yes.
shuffleboard.
It's right there, right at the middle. So right at the middle of the beach. That's always the best place to go to see the Blue Angels. It's where the concession
What
stands
field
are.
is it? Is
It's
it field 6?
5 or 6.
I can't remember.
It's right where the
Four.
what they call the pencil is at that roundabout. It's
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
there.
right there,
It's right there.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah.
And it's been going on for years. But the past few years it's been run by a guy named Guy Bronya, who we know from Hicksville.
Yeah.
And the other guy, his partner is Rick Eberly, and Rick is he's a musician himself. He's been in here. He actually worked in the studio a few years back. He manages a bunch of local bands and stuff. He's a great guy. They work that together, where they bring the bands in and they do a lot of the work there. But they've been closed for the past couple of years due to COVID, so they're slowly bringing it back. And Guy and Rick are only producing 3 or 4 shows this year. They're hoping next year to be running the whole thing again like they used to be.
Do a
So
good job.
They do a great job.
Because we've
The
been
sound
to some
system
shows
they run
when,
works beautifully.
When Guy takes like the summer off and he doesn't, and like we're mad at him because
Yeah, right.
then other people take over and it's not so hot. You know.
So I just kind of suggested to them. I said, because sometimes they'll bring in local radio stations. Hi, I'm so and so from ASS. Come, listen to our station. We have giveaways. Come see us at our table over there. We have promotional items, whatever it is. So I said to them, hey, why can't we do that? And they said, yeah, why can't you? So we're doing it. We're gonna have some giveaways. Some passes to the club. We're going to have some of those air fresheners that we've had hanging around in here. So, and our hosts are going to be they're going to throw up a comedian, too. We're adding comedy to this now, too. So the concerts.
Have you booked those yet?
James is working on it. I was handling it myself, but then James actually offered to handle it, which, of course, I'm not going to say no to that. So he's working on bringing some, well-known comedians in there. And so the comedians will start at 7:30. We get to come out and do an introduction before that and, tell everybody who we are and how they can find us. Comedian comes out, and then we come back out to introduce the band. So
Are you guys going to have a merch table set up?
well, there'll be a table. I don't know if it'll be merch, but there'll definitely be like a brochure. There'll be the air fresheners, whatever other giveaways we have. And some people will...
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Interrupting you.
No, not at all.
I would talk to the powers that be over there, Govs, and not just only have Gov's radio swag or Gov's podcast swag, but also Governor's Comedy Club swag. Set up a merch table. You could probably make some quick dollars that way too while you're there, and then have giveaways and shit like that, and give away T-shirts and stuff. How much Gov's radio merch do you have? Because it's like a need to have basis, right? You don't have. Yeah, we don't stock up.
Even the club doesn't stock up. They used to, some years back, they used to do merch, but it didn't really. Yeah, they didn't really move, so they don't really have a lot of stuff anymore, and they don't have like a room full of stuff. I mean, I could talk to them, see if they do have anything laying around, but I don't think they do. But it's more promotional. Is how we're looking at it. But yeah, if they're willing to throw some merch in, by all means, I'm all for it. But
I'm still stuck on WASS and writing promos for them. Everybody wants a little ass.
There you go.
Tune in to 97.9. The ass.
And you have WASS. Everybody wants to be in.
Get in the ass.
It's time to get in the ass.
Late night in the ass.
With Andy Bojanos.
Your morning ass. Here we are with your morning ass, the Zoo Crew.
Hey everybody, welcome to the WASS, the morning butthole. How you doing, everybody?
And not just when it's your birthday or when she's in a good mood.
It's ass all the
It's
time.
ass all the time.
Ass in the morning, ass in the evening, ass all night.
24/7 ass.
Sam's like, oh,
WASS.
Or just on the toilet.
WASS.
We are WASS since
Levittown. Howard, you need to say WASS. WASS. No.
Like
See,
saying it that way.
listen to Tony Walker. Tony Walker knows how to say it.
WASS. WASS. I feel like that's what I'm doing. I don't know. It's WASS.
That's it.
So we're hoping, we're gonna get, try to get as many of the Govs podcast hosts as possible to come down and get a chance to get on the mic. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a lot of exposure for us. So I think it's a good thing.
I think it's an awesome thing. Definitely count me in, however you
Cool.
need me, and that'll be freaking awesome, bro. Psych.
Nice, excellent, cool. All right. Well, of course, all the best with Comic Sans, and we'll see you here. That's right. So we'll all be here on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be here that early? Like, you want to jump in here for a few minutes?
No, probably I work. And
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I'll
I
come
have you
here
at
from-
4 o'clock. Yeah, you have
Yeah, and I have a
3:30,
gig.
4.
I actually have a gig at 7:30 or up in Kings Park. So I'm hoping we can hold that schedule. If not, I booked you first, so be it.
All right, we'll see. I mean, it's all up to you and your acting skills at that point.
Challenge accepted, Don Sill.
Because if it's like, cut, Andy.
Line.
Wait, what's my motivation here?
All right.
I am available later tonight and tomorrow if you want to Zoom and go over any lines, and that goes for everybody in the cast. I'll be around if people want to, go over timing. Andy and I already had a pretty good sesh.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we did. It was ASS.
WASS.
I might take you up on that. I'm actually going to be. I have something to do. I won't be home until 9:30, but I might
That
take you
works,
up on
yeah.
that. All right,
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
All right, cool.
Cool, man.
I think it's good. It worked really well with having the one-on-one with some of the other actors, like with Andy and Austin Brooks, and it definitely helped a lot when we got on set.
Right.
We already
Nice.
kind of had our timing. We already knew where kind of what we wanted our characters to do and feel and all that kind of jazz. So
All right.
good times.
Very nice.
Cool.
All right, so we're getting out of here. Thanks for joining us today. Everybody have a great weekend. We are on Saturday night, live from the Giga Room. And then Monday night, you got to maybe have a gig. Maybe.
Perhaps we come.
And then there's nothing on this weekend, right, other than Green Room? All right, so then Sallie and I will be back on Monday, right? You'll be here?
Yep.
Very nice. And maybe Don will be stopping in because we'll be shooting the movie out here.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I'll stop in.
That'll be fun.
Conversations and top fives are on hold for now, but I will be bringing them back. We're going to show some of the classic stuff in the upcoming. I didn't get a chance to do it this Wednesday, but Wednesdays and Fridays I'm hoping to get back on track with those. It's just been having so much.
Do you have to edit the old stuff, or you don't have anything to do with them, right? Just send them over.
No, I just gotta send them
Yeah,
to
just
you.
send them
Yeah,
over.
but I gotta re-upload and then put them in there. I should be able to relatively. I might just give you access to the folder, and
Okay.
then you pick which one you want to go with.
Fine with me.
So I've got quite the library these days. A
Yeah.
lot of them, so there's
Cool.
a lot to pick from. But
All right.
good times, man, and you
That's-
rock, everybody.
You rock. You're awesome,
rock.
man. You're awesome.
You're awesome.
You Riccadonna.
Yes.
That's awesome. So funny. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you tomorrow night at 7:30 for Green Room, and then we'll be back Monday morning. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you later. Peace.
Bye.
Deuces.